Well, good morning, Phillips County. Welcome to the Tadpoll. I'm today's guest host, Cindy Walker, filling in the Tad Felt's seat after his retirement today. And I'm joined by Kaley Connor. Kaley is the Manager of Education and Outreach for High Plains Mental Health Center. Thank you for joining me today, Kaley.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. And so Kaley has a long list of things that we want to cover today, really important topics. The first one is she just really wants to help share some of the mental health services that are available in Phillips County.
Yeah, thank you. So High Plains Mental Health Center has had an office here in Phillipsburg for, oh my goodness, I couldn't even tell you, at least the last 50 years. So we've been here for a while. It's over on 7th Street. We do have local staff here in Phillipsburg as well. So, therapists, case managers. High Plains also offers medication services, case management. We offer crisis support. We even have school-based services that are available for kids and families right here from the school district.
So a lot of things that maybe everybody's not aware of that are happening even outside of your building here. And then some people might not know, they might have seen your office here in town, but they might not be familiar with the scope and the breadth of High Plains. And so what other things do you have? What's your service area? You have a lot of different locations and things.
We do, yes.
Not that you have to list all of them.
Sure. We serve the 20 counties of Northwest Kansas. So we basically go in a line from like Russell, Osborne, Smith counties to the east, and we go clear west to Colorado, north up to Nebraska, and we pick up Rush and Ness County along the way. So we have 6 full-time offices, obviously one in Phillipsburg, a big office in Hayes, and others around the region. And we also have what we call community outreach offices. So in counties where we don't have a full-time office, we are providing services within the community somewhere, somehow, usually at a clinic or a hospital, and either by telehealth or by sending an in-person provider.
Yeah, and we hear a lot about health services, the shortages of mental health services. And I think sometimes we maybe assume that there's a shortage and we're not aware of the many wonderful things that are happening in our area. And so it can be important for people to help get the word out there, and send those referrals. And maybe you don't know somebody here who needs help, but you might know somebody who lives elsewhere in northwestern Kansas to refer. So one of the reasons that you're on here is you shared with me some really exciting news about a new facility that High Plains is getting ready to open in Hayes. So,
yeah. We are very excited. We have been working for about the last year and a half, totally renovating a wing in an old hospital building near downtown Hayes called the Hadley Center. We're going to be opening a crisis intervention center in Hayes, and it will serve Phillips County and all of the surrounding region as well. So this will be a place providing 24/7, 365 crisis support for adults 18 and older who are experiencing great difficulties or challenges with their mental well-being. So this facility will have 16 beds initially, with room to possibly grow later on. One really cool thing about this facility is we are not going to bill clients for their time spent with us in the center. And so we will be able to take clients who are voluntarily kind of admitting themselves. They're recognizing, I need some support. I'm not feeling safe. I'm really struggling with my mental well-being. They can come and they can see us and stay with us if that's what's needed for a few days. And we will also work closely with law enforcement to accept non-voluntary clients who need that very acute level of support for their mental health challenges. So very excited. There's nothing like it anywhere in Western Kansas. So this is a very innovative facility, and I think it'll be a really great service for the region.
Yes, for sure. And that's one of the things in talking to different partners, that is the area where there really has been a shortage in Kansas, is those available beds for inpatient care. Mm-hmm. It seems like there's a lot more counseling services, outpatient things, but that bed shortage, I've definitely heard from our hospital here that sometimes they can have to wait a long time for a bed to open up to be able to transfer someone. And so I'm sure they are very glad about that.
They are, yes.
And then I also really like that aspect, when you were first sharing it with me, that you're not going to be charging these people, that they don't need an added stressor, and that sometimes the cost of getting the help you need keeps people from getting it. Mm-hmm. And so that is really fantastic think that you are going to be able to do that to not add that cost burden to the stressors of someone in crisis.
Right, and I guess on that note, I do want to add as well, we never want cost of services to be the barrier that makes the difference between someone getting help and someone not getting help. So everything that we do at High Plains Mental Health Center is on a sliding fee scale, from outpatient services to obviously not billing for the Crisis Intervention Center when it's open. So we absolutely want to work with people, we want to work with families, and we can absolutely take care of people regardless of where they're at financially.
And that is such an important thing for people to be aware of, for sure. And speaking of that, one of the ways that you're going to be able to afford to do all of these things, I hear you have a fundraiser going on as well.
We do, yeah. So we have an online raffle going on right now. It's called the Heroes of Hope and Healing Raffle, kind of a nod to the Crisis Intervention Center. And our whole slogan for that project has been, I support hope and healing, will you? And so the tickets are live now on our website, which is donatehighplains.com. They're $20 each, or $6 for $100. We have 3 raffles running simultaneously, so it's kind of a triple raffle. But one of the prizes is actually a used car from the fleet at High Plains Mental Health Center. It's a cute little car. It's in good running condition. So, a chance to win a car for $20 is a pretty sweet deal.
Pretty good deal, yeah.
And then we also have a grand prize of $1,000 in one of the raffles. And the third raffle is a 50-50 split the pot. So the winner will get half of whatever we raise for that particular raffle. So that is live now. If anybody wants to buy a ticket, benefit the Crisis Intervention Center, and buy yourself a chance to win a really great prize. I mean, who doesn't want some extra cash or maybe a car?
Right. And so that was
donatehighplains.com.
Okay, so everyone can go ahead and check that out as well. One of the other things that we have on this list is that you also have a mobile crisis response team, which sounds really important. Tell me more about it.
Sure. So the Mobile Crisis Response Team is exactly what it sounds like. It is a mobile team of mental health professionals, and they have been specially trained to address mental health crises or, moments of extreme stress for people in the communities where they're at. So our Mobile Crisis Response Team consists of therapists, case managers, peer support specialists. They are based in Hayes, but they do travel. So they use kind of a hybrid approach of telephone, and actually about 80% of calls can be resolved by phone, because very often people just need someone to talk to. They need that listening ear, they need that support. They can also get on Zoom and do a telehealth consult, and then if needed, they will get in the car, they will transport, they will come to Phillipsburg, they will come wherever they're needed to get eyes on that individual and to work to keep everybody safe. That is absolutely the goal of Mobile Crisis. And again, cost is not a barrier to this service. It is not something that we're billing the patients for directly. And so absolutely call us at any time if anybody, needs that support for themselves, or even if you're worried about a family member. That's a fantastic resource to keep in mind.
And I think that is something that, sometimes in retrospect, after there has been, a mental health issue, there might be family that, I was kind of concerned about that person, and maybe they didn't reach out or they didn't know what to do. And so that's a really important thing, to not be afraid to check on people. What would you say to someone who's watching today who maybe has a family member that, as we're saying this, they're popping up in their mind like, I have been really worried about, my cousin or whoever. Mm-hmm. What would you tell them?
I would say that really, as a community, we need to start normalizing some of those difficult conversations, that we are all human and we all have a mind, so we all have mental health. And it's okay to approach that person in a way that is compassionate and kind and calm and non-judgmental, and just list. Like, I've noticed you seem really sad lately. Is everything okay? Or I've noticed that you're not showing up for coffee group. I'm concerned about you. Can we talk? But absolutely make that outreach, ask some questions, offer your support and your friendship, because that really goes a long way when people are struggling. And don't hesitate to loop in a professional resource if and when it's needed, right? website, whether that's our mobile crisis team, or another resource I wanted to talk about is 988. That's a really easy number to remember, and that's the Kansas mental health hotline, essentially. So you can text 988, you can call 988. They have a web-based chat if you go to the 988 Lifeline website. So there's so many ways to very quickly get in touch with professionals who can help, and absolutely reach out when you need it. It sounds scary, but it absolutely is not. And that's what we're here for, is to help and to support. And it's just really important, I think, as a community to be aware of those things, to normalize those difficult conversations, and to check on our neighbors. That's something we do very well in Northwest Kansas, but never be afraid to check on your neighbor if something is concerning to you.
And sometimes I think people kind of think, oh, well, now we can text, we can do whatever, and they kind of forget about just how important it is to just check on your neighbor and say hi and go to coffee. Like, if you don't go, people are going to miss you. And people might be hurting and not know that you're there for them. And so that is so important, as is the work that you do with High Plains and getting the education out and reaching out into all of Northwest Kansas, really. So thank you so much for joining us today, Kaley, with this very important message. And so hopefully people will remember that. If you don't remember anything else, remember the number for 988. And so that is a really important resource. So now we will have a word from our sponsors, and then the Phillips County Community Foundation is here today.
On the field, taking risks is part of the game. Every yard, every play. It's about going all in. But when it comes to your money, it pays to be careful. With the careful service from First National Bank and Trust, you can detect unusual activity and stop fraud before it happens. Protect yourself and the ones you love with Careful, because being smart off the field is the real win.
We're here for you.
Life's better when you're under our roof, because you'll feel protected.
Good thing we're covered.
And safe drivers can save too. Also, your family's free too.
Drink fearlessly.
And you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. So while they're dreaming, you're saving. Customize what you pay with Drive My Way, American Family Insurance.
The Hansen Museum of Logan, Kansas is where history and creativity unite. For over 50 years, we've been your cultural hub, offering a diverse range of exhibits, from captivating Lego brick displays to timeless joy of Bob Ross's art. But we're not just a museum, we're a community gathering space. Join us for thrilling events like Murder Mysteries, or celebrate creative talents at one of our many events. At the Hansen Museum, we're not just preserving the past, we're creating memories for the future.
We are taking wheat to the next level. As a producer of vital wheat gluten, advanced biofuels, and important co-products, Boeve. Vital, reliable, sustainable.
Well, welcome back to the Tadpoll. Now I'm joined with Ron Boeve and Lee Lauer from the Phillips County Community Foundation. I am really excited to learn more about your Kids Thrive project that you are working on. So,
Take it away.
So we've started a new fund with Phillips County Kids Thrive, and our goal is to help students in Phillips County with needs, whether it be fees, clothing, shoes, any kind of needs that underserved children would have in the county. So we're start small and hoping to expand even maybe into being able to provide some food to these families. So.
Yeah, that sounds really good, and it's a much needed thing, but sometimes needs can kind of hide in communities like ours, because people have their pride, or they don't want to share those things, and so that's such an important thing. So with this fund, if somebody wants to donate to this fund, how would they go about doing that?
Just come see us at the foundation, or mail us you can mail a check or however.
Also, we have a new website that is still in the creation part, but we are going to add a donate here button and there will be a specific tab just for the Kids Thrive Fund that will give you all the forms and all the information about how it operates. So people can also donate online eventually. Not quite yet, but we're
Not
getting
quite
there.
yet. Yes, getting a new website is a very cumbersome process, isn't it?
It really is.
Yes, but hopefully being able to collect those online donations will be worth it. Make your life easier eventually.
It eventually.
Yes.
But we are getting there, and we do have a very good provider that's helping us with a lot of that. So it's getting there.
So at what point then are you in the process in terms of, how soon do you think you'll be ready to be helping the kids with the fund?
Hoping next week.
Next week?
Hope
Okay.
so. We're kind of doing this as it's on recommendations from like the teachers, from Ministerial Alliance ministers. Going to start that way. So we'll have a form for the teachers or a minister on our website. They
Okay.
can go fill out the form, send it right in to us.
Okay, so if somebody in the community finds somebody with a need, especially the teachers and the ministers, they will be kind of nominating the people
They'll be-
with the form.
Yeah.
Okay.
It will be a process that they have to go through to fill out what the needs are. Anonymity is key. We don't ever want to know any names or anything. The teacher will just say a student is in need of iPad fees, we'll say, just for an example, or is unable to pay their iPad fees. So the teacher fills out that form, submits it to our board. Our board will approve it, and then we will work with the schools to get the money to that student.
And we're thinking pretty quick turnaround. So
Yeah.
we get it to our committee, and hopefully by the next day.
Because it is a fund, checks cannot be written to individuals. So it has to go to the school entity, a nonprofit such as Ministerial Alliance, a church. We will be working in together on this to get this money to the correct parties.
That really sounds very. It just seems like a very practical way to help meet those needs. And for somebody who's looking for a way to make a really big difference in the community, that would be a really great way to support this fund. And I like that you've thought of the anonymity, and that nobody wants to come forward and be that person that everybody knows that they needed help. There shouldn't be any shame in getting the help, but we live in a small town and we all know the fear of everyone knowing your business. So that's really great how you've thought of so many of those needs.
The seed of the idea did come from several teachers, and we all know the burden that teachers carry and the knowledge that they have about their students. And like Ron said, we are really hoping to bring food into the program too, because you cannot learn when you're hungry.
Right.
And so there are already some processes in place to take care of that, but there's food insecurity on the weekends or holidays. So we're just trying to address as many of those needs as we can.
We're also going to supply the schools with hygiene kits. So they'll have a toothbrush, toothpaste, floss, shampoo, conditioner, soap, deodorant. I think we're all
Great.
in there.
I've heard of a lot of teachers who keep some of those things on hand, but they're spending out of their pocket for that
At their own expense,
at their
correct.
own expense. And we know that it would be impossible to ever pay teachers enough anyway. But definitely, if we can provide some of that support from the community and alleviate some of that pressure, it's a double bonus situation for sure.
That was our thought, was to relieve some of that burden on the teachers and also help in any way that we could.
Yeah. So many great ideas and things happening that the Phillips County Community Foundation does for our county. What, in terms of the scope and the impact, you guys have your hands in a lot of things. Like how many grants you think you guys do in a year, or projects?
I've been working on our annual report that we send out to all our donors every year and have available for anyone that would like to look at it. And the count I came up with was 80 grants last year, over 80 grants. And that's not just through us, we have several donor advised funds where the owners of these funds come to us and say, I'd like to write a check to so-and-so out of my fund. So we're including that in those numbers. But it's well over $100,000 that go back into the community every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
And that is a tremendous impact. And there's a lot of generosity in Phillips County. And so thank you for stewarding that well and being a source of connecting those needs with those donors who are looking for a place to give their money. And so anybody out there who is looking for some charitable giving, if you have a thought or an idea, kind of like the Kids Thrive Fund, give Ron and Lee a call or stop by their office at the Community Foundation there and be a part of what they have going on. That is really a point of pride for a county our size to have that level of grants.
Phillips County is very generous. We just are amazed at the generosity every year, especially for us during Match Your Money Month in October, which we'll be back, I'm sure, in there to talk about. But the money that comes into us and then is just goes out into the community for such worthy projects. It's a wonderful job to have.
It is.
Yes. Well, thank you both so much for the work that you do and for joining me here today. And that Kids Thrive Fund is getting ready to gear up. So that would be a great time to donate to that. Or if you are in a situation where you know someone is in need, you can start getting a hold of them. That form will be available, it sounds like, next week. So in March, we'll help those kids to thrive in Phillips County. And now a word from our sponsors.
Thank you.
If your vehicle is pulling, shaking, or just doesn't feel right, don't ignore it. At Coombs West Shop, we're more than alignments. We offer engine repair, routine maintenance, wheel alignments, and tire services, including new and used tires and tire repair. One shop, honest work, done right the first time. Call Coombs West Shop at 785-543-6647.
At Farmers National Bank, we believe that strong foundations are built on faith, hard work, and everyday heroes. For over a century, we've been proud to serve the communities that have made us who we are today. We honor everyday heroes who dedicate their lives to serving others. You inspire us to treat every customer with the respect and care they deserve. At Farmers National Bank, we know that strong communities are built on strong foundations, and we are proud to be part of yours. Farmers National Bank, honoring strong foundations since 1921.
Are you looking for reliable insurance options in Phillipsburg, Kansas? Look no further than Rogers & Associates Insurance. Our team is dedicated to providing great options for home, agriculture, auto, and commercial insurance. Whether you're a homeowner, farmer, or business owner, we have the coverage you need to protect what matters most. Trust us to provide you with personalized service and competitive rates. Contact Rogers & Associates Insurance today to learn more about our insurance solutions.
All right, welcome back. Now I am joined with Tammy Girard with the Phillips County Christian Foundation, and you have several exciting events to tell me about, Tammy.
We have a busy weekend.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, first we're sponsoring the movie again this weekend at the theater. It is, I Can Only Imagine 2. It's about lead singer Bart Millard from Mercy Me, my favorite group.
Yes.
A very good movie if you haven't been up there this last weekend to go see it. I encourage everyone to go see it. And participate, it's take your Kleenexes.
I have heard good things about it, but yes, one of those powerful life transformation movies.
It's a story of his life that not many people probably know if you don't follow that kind of music or follow them in particular. His son has type 1 diabetes, so it goes into that. And somebody that was the warm-up for their band goes into his story as well. And very, very, very heartwarming, and talks about people coming to God and understanding what their paths are and where they're supposed to be going, and how to listen to the Lord to know what that path is. So
a lot of hope through adversity.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Perhaps. Yeah. Sometimes it's easy to think, oh, well, those celebrities and the touring artists, they must live a really charmed life and everything is really perfect for them. But
you know, it's just like looking at Facebook. You always see the good stuff. You don't always, don't always see the bad stuff.
Yes.
Everything's perfect.
Yes, for sure. So that is good to know that even celebrities struggle.
They do.
For sure. And so the movie is, let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Right.
Does Sunday have...
No matinee this week because we have too much other stuff going on this weekend. So we couldn't fit another thing in there. But
okay,
we
so
had
7:30 Friday through Monday.
Yeah, we had 70-some people at our last matinee. So
great.
That was great.
Yeah, that's a really good
So I hope we have
turnout.
that good turnout again this weekend.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so speaking of that, Date Night to Remember is coming up Saturday.
Yeah, we have Chris and Jody of Love and the Outcome. They're coming in from Nashville, coming all the way out here to do a marriage seminar with, what do we have? Brisket for supper.
Right, yeah, that's one of my favorites.
And then they'll be doing a concert for those that attend the meal and the seminar in the evening. And then they will be back again on Sunday morning to do a worship service with anyone that wants to show up and worship with them. And it'll be a lot of music and good sermons and good messages.
All of that is happening at the Huck Boyd?
Yep, at the Huck Boyd. We'll start at 4 o'clock in the afternoon for the date night with the seminars. The meal will start at 5:30, and then we'll move into the concert after that. And then 10 o'clock on the service on Sunday morning.
Okay, so 10 o'clock community worship service at the Huck Boyd. Now, the date night to remember, if you're serving brisket, I would imagine you have limited, they need reservations, they need tickets.
Yes.
What do they need to do if they want to make that happen?
Get on our Facebook page. There is a QR code, or if you see any of the posters that are out hanging around in the community, get the QR code. If you have difficulty, reach out to the foundation and we'll get you taken care of. Message us through the Facebook page and all.
So you still have tickets available?
Very few. It is very few at this point.
So start looking right away.
So if you're serious about going, get a hold of me.
So if you're on Facebook watching this now, you can go to the Phillips County Christian Foundation Facebook page, search it up, and do that. I think Walk His Way, I've seen it on there as well.
Walk His Way is helping to sponsor both of those events on Saturday and Sunday, and we always appreciate working with them. And that's been a blessing for us. We've been able to put on more events because of their partnership, and like bringing the concerts here that you sometimes would have to drive to Kansas City to go see, or so. We appreciate the ability to be able to do that. We've enjoyed that.
Yeah, we've really had a lot of events for our area, for a community this size, big name tour people who have come in. Always enjoy when I have it free in my calendar to make it to your events. They are always really well done, and it is very neat to have those opportunities here locally.
We're very fortunate to be able to have the foundation to be able to help to get those activities out here, because people wouldn't go far to see some of these, where if they're here in our community and they're free to attend, they'll, maybe I'll go check that out. And if we can bring one person to the Lord through those events, then we've done our work here.
Right. Yes. So a lot of encouragement
Yes,
and hope
absolutely.
and just opportunities to have events with good family values
Yes.
that you can take your
Yes.
kids, to go see that concert, and you're going to know
Yes.
that they're going to be, their ears will be safe, I guess. Right. They're not going to have bad
Yep.
language
No,
or
no.
anything.
And this weekend will
like
be even
that.
quieter. So
Right. We'll be quieter.
we'll be one of those
yes.
rattling the windows. So
Yes, that is true. Not everybody is up for concert ears, concert volume.
yeah,
but
we've
yes,
had
this
people
is,
leave because it was a little too loud for them.
Yes, Love and the Outcome is maybe a little bit more acoustic.
Yep, and
their
it's
vibe.
right. It's a husband and wife group, and they're bringing their little
Yes.
boys here. So
Oh, nice.
see if we can get them in to see the trains.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That would be. They would love that. That's something to enjoy. So, all right. So, if you are looking to invest in your marriage and eat some tasty brisket, a date night to remember will be this Saturday. And like we said, get on that ticket situation before you miss out on that. And then Sunday worship, that will be this Sunday, March 1st, 10 a.m. at the Huck Boyd. And then I can only imagine too, you go for the first time, go again, buy some concessions while you're there. But those tickets are covered by the Phillips County Christian Foundation. And so that will be Friday through Monday, 7:30 at the Majestic Theater. No matinee on Sunday though, so don't go at 2 o'clock because they'll still be cleaning up at the Huck Boyd probably. So thank you so much, Tammy, for all you're doing for Phillips County and for coming on the show this morning.
Thanks.
So, all right. Well, as we are wrapping up the Tadpoll today, there are a lot of different events. This is a really busy time of a year going on here. So I want to wish our PHS wrestlers who are headed to state this weekend good luck. That's Ariana Ebner, Jonna Ebner, Caitlin McCreary, Kinley Griffin, Blake Burrish, and Cash Roth. So good luck to them. Gabby Pools is at the state KMEA All-State Honor Choir. So good luck to her. We have basketball, boys sub-state tonight. Girls sub-state is tomorrow. Tonight's is a home game at 6 o'clock against Russell. So if you're looking for something to do tonight, or they're traveling to Ellsworth tomorrow, so all of those people, it's FFA week, so happy FFA week to everyone out there. And PHS Forensics, a lot of this PTV crew of students are involved in that. And so they're at Natoma today. They're at Northern Valley on Saturday. Just so many activities and wonderful things. So, support our small town, support our local school and those students. If you know somebody who does those activities, make sure and encourage them, ask them how it's going. Get out to see some of their events if you can. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Phillips County